Before we jump into this video, I have to warn you guys to prepare yourselves for a massive amount of cringe and hypocrisy coming from J.J. Abrams, who is here to fake lament over the fact that there are not enough black people working in Hollywood today, because for some reason in the minds of these wokesters, the black population apparently makes up like 50% of the population instead of the 13% or whatever that they actually make up. It's all just ridiculous, but let's go ahead and hear what the cringe lord himself, J.J. Fakerum, has to say about diversity in the film industry and why he, as a white man, is very, very bad.
It is an undeniable moment we are in, where I think in so many different aspects of life, but certainly in the entertainment business, I think people are realizing that it is absolutely good for business. It is right in terms of the interest of the art that is being created to not have the creation of either stories or music, films, be an elitist thing. And I know, as a white male who
really, how very interesting. I'm sorry, I just had to stop the video there to chime in here. J.J. Abrams says that he's begun to realize that it's a really good business not to have him as the white man making all of the big decisions. It's good for him for business to put more diversity in his movies, right? That's kind of what he's saying here, which is really interesting. And Ichibaka just tweeted this out here at the bottom here. It's really interesting because here we have two posters of The Force Awakens, a movie that J.J. Abrams directed, where in this poster, the American one, we have, Finn, big on the poster, big as ever, big as life, right here on the poster. And then, very interesting, very, very interesting, they shrunk him for the Chinese poster. What is that all about, JJ? You're here to lament that there is not enough black representation in movies and Hollywood, in the industry and all that type of stuff, and that it is actually good for business to have more black representation. Well, if that is the case, then why is it that in your movie, you shrunk Finn so that he is barely noticeable on the poster for Force Awakens for China, a country that happens to be pretty stinking racist when it comes to black people? What is going on there, JJ? Would you like to talk about that at all? Let's go ahead and continue to hear what JJ has to say about this.
Understands how hard it is to tell stories and make it in the business. I can't even begin to fathom how hard it would be to be black in this business, to be.
Oh my gosh. I want to cringe so badly at what he just said right there. Oh my gosh. I can't even begin to fathom how hard it would be to be black in this business. Shut the hell up, you fake ass piece of trash. You don't actually believe any of this that you are saying, JJ. This is all just verbiage from you. This is all just you just spilling out a bunch of crap that you're trying to use to pander to certain groups. Which is kind of interesting, because down in the comments here, it turns out that one of the people that he tries to pander to, Ben Solo lover, Tej, who is, one of these SJW weirdos from everything that I saw about them. This is what this person has to say in response to what JJ is saying here. And this person is actually pretty correct. JJ said this with a straight face. He sidelined and used Finn as bait and switched Jedi in The Force Awakens. He could have cast Rey as a woman of color. He could have. It was his movie. We're talking about J.J. Abrams, who is one of the most powerful voices in Hollywood. Kelly Marie Tran was attacked by vicious racists racist, and JJ removed her important character to please racist fans. JJ, you're the problem. So it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad when you are such a big fat hypocrite that even SJWs are finding that out. Even SJWs notice that you are nothing but a slimy hypocrite. That's pretty bad. Let's go ahead and continue.
Black and female in this business to work, with the obstacles that people face. It's incredible. And so, Katie and I at Bad Robot, while we do all sorts of different things and have tried all different things, and we know that we have and we will continue to make mistakes and figure it out, but it is absolutely a value and a priority for us to make sure that the projects we're working on, the artists we're working with, look the way the world looks. And I know that there's a natural tendency to look to people who sort of look like you and feel like you, the sort of usual suspects in every aspect of what people do in business. And I think that the key is to look around the room and ask yourself, do the people with whom I'm creating look like me? And if the answer is yes, you probably haven't done enough to find the people. Is it harder? Sometimes, for sure. But you have to do that work to bring people to the table and who will let you be at the table so that you can create a community that looks more the way the world looks than not.
So oh my gosh. So basically what J.J. Abrams is saying there at the end is that you need to try to find black people. You need to try to find black people. You should just judge everybody on their skin color. I thought we were trying to get away from that. I thought that we were trying to get to a point where we don't really look at skin color as anything. I mean, wouldn't that be the ideal world? No. For leftists, for idiots like J.J. Abrams, that is not the ideal world. They want to continue to use segregation. They want to continue to use skin color, and in doing so, they are the flaming racists themselves. These people are, oh my gosh. I don't know how people have not opened their eyes to see that these literally are the people that are calling for the modern day versions of segregation based on race. They're calling for many other forms of judgment about someone's person based on race. And it is a horrible thing. Like, I don't care what kind of a room I'm in with anybody. I don't look around at everybody in the room with me and I'm like, okay, let's see here. How many black people are in the room with me? There are no black people. Okay, you, white person, you need to get out because I need to get a black person in here. I don't do that. I don't look at anybody by their race. I just don't. And I live in a super racially diverse community, neighborhood. I would say, I mean, the vast majority of the population where I live right now is black. And I just don't look around and I'm not like, okay, that person's black, that person's white, that person's pink, that person's blue. I don't do that. Oh my gosh, these people are, I'm so freaking sick and tired of Hollywood. And it seems like more people are waking up to see just how much of a flaming hypocrite J.J. Abrams is here. I mean, there's tons of people here in the comments that are calling him out about this, which is great. We have Jen here, who's obviously some other, SJW weirdo. Finn sidelined. Rose basically absent. Rey could have been a woman of color at casting stage. The single black woman in The Rise of Skywalker ended up related to Lando. I mean, miss me with that, bleep JJ. So more and more people are waking up to see the hypocrisy of Hollywood, that all of this is just BS. That's all it is. When you get to the point where even SJWs are calling out your BS, then man, you've made it. You've made it, let me tell you. So with that being said, let me know in the comments below what you think about what JJ is saying here. I think it's just really cringe, but I do want to hear in the comments below what you think. So let me know. If you are new around here to Geeks and Gamers, please consider subscribing. I'd greatly appreciate that. And also go check out my personal channel as well, Josiah Rises, and subscribe over there. I would appreciate that a lot as well. And I'll talk to you all very soon in another video. Talk to you later. Bye.